The significance of premium fuel have always been a matter of debate in the world of automotive. Some will say that running your car on premium fuel will have several benefits, like increased horsepower, more mileage, less emission, etc. But some will argue that you are just wasting your hard-earned money. For normal people out there, this might be a little bit confusing. So today we are going to see whether the hype is real or not. Until early 90s, a certain additive called tetraethyl lead were used in the gasoline to prevent the internal combustion engine from knocking. Later, it was found that burning the tetraethyl lead will cause the emission of lead into the atmosphere. Unlike the carbon dioxide and the carbon monoxide, lead is a very heavy pollutant, and it does a severe damage not only to the environment but also to the people who are exposed to it. Due to these reasons, the leaded gasoline or the leaded petrol is banned all over the world. Now the petroleum companies are using isooctane and N-heptane instead of tetraethyl lead. The combination of these two compounds determines the octane rating of the petrol. Any more further explanation will be pointless if you don't know what the knocking is. I hope that most of you people watching this video will have an idea about the knocking. But for those who don't know, let me explain. When the air-fuel mixture in the combustion chamber is ignited by the spark plug, it does not create an instant explosion. Instead, a flame front is formed near the spark plug which then gradually propagates to the entire combustion chamber. It takes about 60 degrees of crank rotation to complete this combustion process. The increased pressure and temperature during this time may cause some parts of the air-fuel mixture to self-ignite before even the flame front reaches it. This is known as detonation, or otherwise mentioned as knock. This knock creates a pressure wave which can damage the engine components. The additives like isooctane, which is exceptionally resistant to exploding spontaneously when exposed to heat and pressure, and N-heptane, which is highly susceptible to self-ignition, is used in petrol to prevent knocking, and the combination of this compound is used to rate the knock resistance of petrol. A gasoline recipe that resists the knock the way a mixture of 87% of the isooctane and 13% of the N-heptane would be rated as 87 octane fuel. The octane rating of regular grade fuel ranges from 87 to 90 octane. 91 and higher octane fuels are rated as premium. So, why should you use the premium fuel in the first place? The one thing that we all should understand is the premium fuel doesn't contain more energy than a regular grade fuel. It has been designed to use in engines with more aggressive design which are more prone to knock. The engine's tendency to knock depends on its compression ratio. An engine with higher compression ratio can extract more power during the compression stroke, but it also creates higher cylinder pressure and temperature which tend to induce knock. A turbocharged or supercharged engine with high boost pressure also suffers the same problem. That's why high-performance engine requires higher octane fuel. If you supply a race engine with lower octane fuel, it will knock. On naturally aspirated engine, there is nothing we can do about it. The only possible solution is to alter the ignition timing, but it will affect the performance of the engine. On turbocharged race engine, this can be controlled by adjusting the boost pressure. But then again, we are losing power. On high-performance cars, it is necessary to use the premium fuel if you want to extract most out of your high-performance engine. It is estimated that if a high-performance engine designed to use higher octane fuel runs on a regular grade fuel instead, the peak power figure is most likely to drop by 10%. Now, let's see why most of us don't require a premium grade fuel. If you conduct a census for car owners around the world, the number of sports car owners are going to be very, very low. Most of the people like me and probably you own something like this, or this. So filling your car with a premium grade fuel is not going to make its performance any better. As I said earlier, the premium grade fuel doesn't pack more energy than a regular grade fuel. It just contains more isooctane for the knock resistant in high compression ratio engines. Most of the modern day ECUs works in a closed loop mode, which means it has an oxygen sensor in the exhaust system, which senses the amount of oxygen present in the exhaust gas. The data collected by the sensor then sent back to the ECU for further analysis, which means the ECU is continuously analyzing the performance of the engine and will optimize the fuel delivery to achieve the maximum performance and efficiency. Even if somehow the premium fuel did manage to produce some extra pressure and temperature inside the cylinder, the ECU will dial it back to the normal level by altering the ignition timing and controlling the fuel delivery from injectors. Another claim of petroleum companies about their premium fuel is that it will make your engine cleaner, which is simply not true. Just because it has higher octane rating doesn't mean it has a better cleaning property than the regular grade fuel. The Federal Trade Commission of United States has stated that High-octane gasoline doesn't outperform the regular octane in preventing the engine deposits from forming, in removing them, or in cleaning your car's engine. In fact, the US Environmental Protection Agency requires that all octane grades of all brands of gasoline contain engine cleaning detergent additives to protect against the buildup of harmful levels of engine deposits during the expected life of your car. So, to sum it up, if you want to enjoy the full potential of your high-performance engine, go for the premium fuel. Otherwise, just use the regular grade fuel and save your hard-earned money. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe, like and comment. See you guys next time.